Hello and welcome to episode 17 of Zero to Hero. Yes, welcome back to episode 17 of Zero to Hero. I'm Wes, and in today's episode we'll be taking on Workington and Solihull Moors in the Vanarama National League North. Now, since you were last with me, we've had a little bit of more mixed form. Yay, fantastic. Right, we've only played 4 games since the last episode because this match we're actually playing against Workington was postponed due to a waterlogged pitch twice. So we haven't played a game, or we didn't play a game for about nearly 2 weeks between the Stockport and the Altrincham game. That was where we were supposed to come back, but then they arranged the Workington game just before the Solihull Moors game, and I wanted to show that game more than the Altrincham game. So as things stand, you last saw us when we lost 5-1 in the FA Cup second round against Coventry. Then followed that up with a 1-1 draw against Leamington. We really should have been winning a game like that. We didn't play well at all, really. Gilchrist with the only goal. That actually ended a goal drought for him. And then we followed that up with a 5-3 win away from home against Bishop Stortford. We didn't look convincing in this game either. We were 3-0 up at one point. We eventually ran out 5-3 winners. Walford with a penalty. 2 goals for Gilchrist, 1 for Blackford and 1 for Robles. We then smashed Stockport 3-0 at home. Goals from Robles, Walford and Gilchrist again. But we could only follow that up with a 1-1 draw at home against Altrincham in the last game. Lewis Robles with our only goal. So we go into the match against Workington. We're 6th in the Vanarama National League North. We have slipped slightly because we haven't played any games. We've got games in hand. We've got 3 games in hand on Harrogate, 2 games in hand on Stockport and Solihull Moors, and 1 game in hand on Southport and Telford, who are all above us. So if we can win, we are 6 points off the top of the league. So if we can win the games in hand we can go some way to pushing back up the table and challenging for the title again. Hopefully we'll finish around in and around the playoffs. I do want to try and win the league because I don't fancy our chances in the playoffs, because we've had mixed form against some of these teams. I mean, we drew against Harrogate. I don't know if we've beaten Solihull Moors this season. We've beat Stockport, we beat Southport, we beat Kettering. So, you know, I'd rather go up and guarantee that we're going to be in the next division next season, because it's the best way to go up. Anyway, on to the first match against Workington, the one that's been rearranged twice because of a waterlogged pitch. We're actually going to play it today. Our regular looking first team, we've gone for Brook in goal, Walford, Kay, Dean and Edwards at the back, Finney and Pozo in midfield. Finney is in for Marcus Wood because he is out injured at the moment. He is returning to fitness in the next few days. Hopefully he'll be ready for the Solihull. Yeah, he'll be ready for the Solihull game because he's returned to full fitness in 3 days. So Finney will get a rare start, and then an even rarer substitute appearance on the bench for Bastante Gomez, who isn't anywhere near match fit, but he's been complaining about not getting first team football, so I'll put him on the bench to see if he can get some match fitness. He has been out injured for most of the season, so that's why he's not been playing, but he doesn't quite seem to understand that. Anyway, we've gone for Knight and Blackford on the wings. Knight playing instead of Dawson because he's had a bad few games, and I thought I'd give Knight another opportunity. And Gilchrist and Robles up front, our usual front two. Attacking mentality, structured team shape, and the regular team instructions that we've had all season. During the break between episodes, one of our loan players, McNeil, went back to his parent club because we weren't playing him enough. So I am currently looking for a backup left winger. I do have Knight who can play on the left and the right. And I do also have Robles who can push out wide. But I'd rather have someone who is a solid backup left winger, who can fill in and sit straight in that position when Blackford's injured or if we're rotating. I am aware we've gone 1-0 down very early on. Oh, it was disallowed. That's why I didn't notice it so much. I saw them score, I didn't realise it'd been disallowed. Gilchrist with the ball though, and he's just shot wide. And that was our first shot of the game. Even with a draw, we will go up to 5th place because it's one of our games in hand. It looks like we're defending a corner now. We need to get this out. See if we can break on them. Knight with the long ball forward. Robles through on goal, and he usually scores from there, but he's blazed it straight over. We've got a corner though. Walford with the corner, can't beat the first man. He does with the second cross though, and Gilchrist has put us 1-0 up 17 minutes in. Great cross second time round from Walford. He didn't beat the defenders there with the corner, but it was an excellent cross with his weaker foot as well. And Gilchrist just nodded that in from close range, and that sees us climb up to 3rd place as things stand at the moment. We just need to get a few more goals, I think. Looks like one of their strikers has picked up an injury. That's going to be good for our chances of keeping a clean sheet today. Finney with the ball to Pozo, to Robles, plays it through to Gilchrist and saved from the keeper. It's a bit of a tame shot really. We've had 7 shots, 3 on target so far. We're doing well. This will put us only 3 points away from Telford, who are top of the table at the moment, going into the Solihull Moors game, which is good. I don't know who Telford are playing in that game. Brooke with the long ball forward to find Gilchrist. He's found him, and Gilchrist has doubled his tally. Just a lumped ball forward from Brooke. Found Gilchrist, and he did the rest. He's been, since he started scoring again, he's been absolutely clinical. A great finish there. And that's 2-0, 32 minutes in. Our goal difference has slipped slightly as well. Telford have got a better goal difference than us now. Solihull Moors dropping down to 4th with our win today because we've got better goal difference than them. We're level on points. So that'll give us a chance to open up a 3-point gap on them. We've gone in at half time, 2-0 up. Both goals from Gilchrist. He's been playing well. It looks like Finney's picked up a knock, potential foot injury. So we might be seeing Bastante Gomez in the second half. I don't want to... Well, we've got a couple of backup midfielders because we've got George Withy as well, who doesn't play for us very much. He usually appears on the bench every now and again when we're rotating. But Gomez has been complaining about first team football, so that's why I've given him the opportunity on the bench today to see if he can provide some sort of backup for us. We're 63 minutes in, still 2-0 up, and I think we're going to be making a substitution soon. I think it's going to be Finney coming off so that we don't aggravate this injury of his. Hopefully it's not a long injury. So we'll bring Gomez on for Finney. We'll keep him as the ball-winning midfielder. Other than that, everybody's having a pretty good game apart from Blackford. And if he doesn't pick things up in the next few minutes, then I will be switching Knight over to the left-hand side and then bringing on Dawson on the right. He's got till about 80 minutes to improve, but I don't think he's going to. He's only on a 6.6, which is very average, and we're on 80 minutes now. He's on a 6.7, still not good enough. So I think we're going to swap Lewis Knight over to the left-hand side, and then we're going to bring Blackford off and bring on Adam Dawson. We'll make our final substitution as well. Robles having a quiet game, so we're going to bring on Chris Speed for him, see if he can score off the bench like he normally does. Not that we need another goal, it just would be nice. 86 minutes in, not a lot happening now. I mean, we've been controlling the game quite well. We've had 14 shots, 5 on target, and we've had 52% of possession, so we're doing well. Workington were 20th in the table as we went into this game. Dean with a good clearing header to Dawson. Pozo with the ball now. Back to Dawson. Up to Gilchrist, who's holding the ball up nicely, and that's full time. 2-0. Good win to start the episode. Hopefully we can carry this form forward into the Solihull Moors game. Okay, here we are ready for the next match against Solihull Moors away from home. Wood makes his way back into the side after recovering from his injury, so Finney has dropped out from the squad altogether because he is not quite match fit. So Gomez keeps his place on the bench for now. So it's the same starting 11 apart from Wood. So we've got Brook in goal, Wolford, Kay, Dean and Edwards at the back, Pozo and Wood in midfield, Blackford and Knight on the wings, and Gilchrist and Robles up front. On the bench we have Gomez, Speed, Sharon, Donnelly, Blackburn and Dawson. Same team shape, same mentality, same team instructions. Solihull Moors are favourites for this game, but we're hoping that we can pull off a win here today to keep our progress up the table going, because we are in 3rd and they're in 4th at the moment. I also forgot to mention that during the break between episodes, FC United board offered me a new contract, extending it till the end of next season. So whatever happens, I'll have a job here next season. And Luis Robles has just put us 1-0 up 6 minutes in. Ball forward from Dean, I think it was, in the end. Yeah, Dean won the ball back, just lumped it forward. Robles ran in behind, beat their defender to it and just smashed it home. And we're 1-0 up. It's a great start. That will see us go up to 2nd place and only be 2 points behind Telford in 1st, with a game in hand as well. So if we can win that game in hand on Telford, we'll go top of the table. And it looks like Lewis Knight has picked up a knock. He's got a bruised ankle. He's not coming off for a bruised ankle, especially this early on. We have got Dawson sitting on the bench in case we need him, but hopefully it won't come to that. Not having many highlights anymore. We've had 7 shots and 6 on target, so we're being very, very accurate with our shooting today. They're committing a lot of fouls. They've committed 10 fouls in the first 40 minutes. And we've got majority of possession, only just, but we've still got the majority of possession. And it looks like we're going to be going in at half-time 1-0 up, which is great for us, playing away from home. We have struggled away from home of late, so we need to try and hold on to this. Another goal would be nice, and then I may consider putting us on counter if we score another goal. I'm not putting us on counter at 1-0. Knight with the ball, running down the wing. He's still carrying that injury. And he loses out, and now we're defending again. And it looks like, oh, it was a great save from Brook. I thought that was in then. I thought that was their equaliser, and it was a fantastic save from Brook. Now we've just got the corner to defend. It's not away completely yet. They've still got the ball, but we've cleared finally. But they're coming back at us again. And Rinamata, one of my former players, has just equalised. Oh, I had him with us on loan when we was at Barrow, and he's come back to haunt me there. We just couldn't get the ball away, and he was unmarked. There were 2 defenders just ball watching there, and he had a clear shot at goal from close range, and that's 1-1. We've still got plenty of time to win it. And even, to be honest, a draw isn't disastrous. We would leave us 4 points behind Telford with a game in hand, so we would be able to close the gap to 1 point if we win our game in hand, which I believe is against Southport, because the Southport game had to be rearranged because of the Workington game being rearranged, which is why we're behind the rest of them to be pushing on. Marcus Wood's looking exhausted. To be fair, he's on 60% conditioning, so I think he's going to be coming off now. And Gomez is going to make another substitute appearance for us. Gilchrist not having a good game at the moment, only on a 6.6. But Lewis Knight's only on a 6.6 as well, and he's carrying a knock, so I'm going to bring Dawson on for Knight. And that is going to be it for now. Save our last substitution for later in the game. Hopefully we can push on and win. I'm going to take us off structured and I'm going to put us on flexible, see if that makes any difference. And I'm going to tell us to pump the ball in the box and go more direct passing and be more expressive. And we've got a free kick. Wolford with that, and they've defended it well. And now can they break on us? Hopefully we can pin them back in their own half. But Rinamata through on goal again. He's played it through and we're 2-1 down. And that sees us drop to 4th. Rinamata involved again. He was through on goal. And it was a good tackle, but it fell straight to their player and he was completely unmarked. Our marking's not been great. We're 85 minutes in. I'm going to make the last substitution. I'm going to bring Chris Speed on for Gilchrist. I'm going to put us on overload, see if we can get an equaliser. I'm going to take more risks, close down more. I'm going to look for the overlap as well. And we're going to shoot on sight. Because we've had quite a few shots today and we've been quite accurate with those shots. They've probably been straight at the keeper, most of them. Get an equaliser late on. We've got 4 minutes of added time, but it's racing through it. I don't think we're going to be getting anything out of this game, and that's full time. We've lost to Solihull Moors 2-1, and I think that sees us drop to 4th place in the table, which is not good, which means we'll be 5 points behind Telford. We're only 4 points behind Telford. Telford lost as well to Workington. Our last opponent's doing us a favour there. So we're only 4 points behind Telford in first place with a game in hand. So we can still close that gap to 1 point if we win our game in hand against Southport. So we'll have a look where we're going to be coming back for the next episode. We actually play Southport in 2 games' time. We've got Kidderminster next, then Southport. I think we'll come back. We'll come back for the Kings Lynn game. Actually, no, they've dropped out of the playoff picture altogether now. Got Kettering soon. We've also got local rivals Darlington. I'll come back for the Kings Lynn game and then we'll play Kings Lynn and Darlington in the next episode. And then we'll be getting in towards the end of the season then. I mean, we've got, from the looks of it, we've got quite a decent run in of teams that are lower down. I mean, Harrogate are in 3rd, they're around where we are. But our last 2 games are Leamington and Workington, so they should be quite easy games for us to end the season with. So yeah, we're going to come back for the Kings Lynn game. We'll play Kings Lynn and Darlington in the next episode. So if you like that, please give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe for more Football Manager 18 content, and thank you very much for watching.